How's it going, everybody? You're watching The View on YouTube. My name's Andrew. This is my YouTube channel. I appreciate you watching, as few subscribers as I may have right now. Tonight's subject, as it may be known, I'm doing something new. I have decided that I'm going to start a chat channel, actually more of an internet TV show, which is going to answer questions from people in the community. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, or what you are, about what you feel or think, or if you have a question about something in particular, about politics, about government, about education, about, I mean, shoot, it could be some random news story that you saw. And what I will do is I will go out and research it, and I will get the facts for you. Earlier today I requested that people put in their questions, and I will answer each question as it comes. Probably try to do one a day, maybe two. But my first question came from my friend Lindsay on Facebook. She's also a friend of mine on the YouTube channel. And her question was, how do I feel about Chicago school banning packed lunches? Now, I'm sure that you all remember going through school, and let's all just remember what we had for our school lunches, which was typically the same thing every day, or at least one meal out of 5 every week. And we all had to pay for that. Whether we did or not, our parents still did. Now, the big issue here is that a lady, and according to pikespeakparent.com, I want to give credit here, the news article goes as follows. A small school in Chicago is making big news on the lunch line these days. Little Village Academy on Chicago's west side is no longer allowing students to bring food from home to eat for lunch. How do you feel about that? Well, I'll tell you how I feel. I believe, first of all, there's a few things that we have to look at. I would like to first give a statement from Elsa Carmona, who is the principal of Little Village. She stated about her decision, nutrition-wise, it is better for the children to eat at the school. It's about the nutrition and the excellent quality food that they are able to serve in the lunchroom. It's milk versus a Coke. But with allergies and any medical issue, of course, we would make an exception. I suppose that there's some appreciation for that statement, because as I will certainly agree that most of the children in our day and age are, well, obesity is at an all-time high, number one. And number two, with all of the advertisements out there, with all of the TV ads, with all of that, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that our children are being influenced in a direction where they're not necessarily being told to eat healthy food. I mean, of course, you have your ecologic groups out there, the ones who want to see good things for our children, the ones who want us to eat healthy, but the fact of the matter remains that fast food and easy food is easier than going to school and paying for lunch. But I'd just like to share a few statistics with you. First of all, on a national average basis, based on MSNBC.com's news article, the average school lunch costs approximately $1.90 a day. Now, if you multiply that by 5 and average in about a 30-week school period, I'm giving or taking, and not necessarily judging this based on Little Village's school year, but that averages out to about $285 a school year. Now, if you do that, if you multiply that for the entirety of a child's school presence from the time that they start in, let's just say preschool, to 12th grade, 285 times 12 is, let me do some math here real quick. That's $3,420 over the entire time that they're in school to pay for food. Now, I've been on my own, I am on my own, and I know that buying a loaf of bread, some cheese, and a few condiments like ketchup, mustard, or whatever, some mayonnaise, costs right around $7 a week. Alright? Now, $1.90 times 5 is over $7. So, first of all, the cost of taking a packed lunch to school is less than buying your lunch from the school. Secondly, I need to know, does this lady have some kind of disconnect between nutrition and school spending, because as we know, the economy is really low right now, and people aren't spending their money as people are spending their money more cautiously. So I really need to know, does she really understand what kind of request she's trying to make? I'll tell you what, nutritional meals are not the responsibility of the child. It's the responsibility of the parent, and that's bottom line. Parents, number one, can't always afford to send their children to school on a school budget. They can't always afford to allow their children to eat school food, because I've been poor before. I've had no money before. There's been days where my parents had to pack me a lunch instead of me going to school and eating lunch. And I always loved eating lunch at school because, yeah, you're right, some of the food is pretty exceptional, especially the cheese-filled the breadsticks. Oh man, those are awesome. Come on, give me a break now. Everybody loves those things. Those are the hit in high school. But to pay for lunch every day versus taking a packed lunch where you can buy all that food and it might even last you 2 weeks, we can cut that cost in half almost. It's $1,200 overall for food versus $3,400, and I don't think she's looking at how that might affect somebody in the long run. And I know there's been a lot of debate about this, because once she made this decision, parents all over the country started saying, well, why would you do this? Why would you take away the freedom of, first of all, the children to decide what they want to eat for lunch, and secondly, who are you to judge, saying that, okay, you saw some kids bringing some chips to school, or you saw some kids bringing a bottle of Coke to school, and that's exactly what's going to make them obese, and that's what's going to change their life? I don't believe so. I really think that parents should be the ones who decide who is eating or what their children are eating. It is not up to you. And in the long run, if those children are affected by that, great. You know what? I'm sorry, but the parents are going to have to take responsibility for that. Miss Carmona from Little Village Academy in Chicago's West Side, you don't have any reason to make that decision. You might be a principal, and I admire you for trying to make a bold statement, but your statement is not in the right place. And I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you're taking away the freedom of the parents, and the parents are free to do what they want. It's their children, and you can't decide for them what they're going to bring to school and what they're going to eat. I really feel like this isn't going to last very long. I think there's going to be a lot of protesting against this, and I don't think it's going to catch on to other schools. I think other schools are going to say, are you crazy? It might generate income for the educational system, but parents are sending their children to school with packed lunches for a reason. I guarantee you that it's probably because their kids are coming home from school and saying, well, I don't like the food at school. Well, unless you can tell me that you serve a 5-star meal with all healthy, and you can provide calorie information as to why your food's more, is healthier, then I don't think that you should be making statements like this to the public. So that's really my opinion on that. I'd really like to hear what other people have to say, because this is a pretty big issue, and I don't think that we should be depriving our children or the parents of those children from having what they want for lunch. They're kids. It's not a time in their life to help them dictate whether or not they're going to have a certain amount of calories in their meal. It's a time for them to learn. And if they don't learn on their own, how are they ever going to make decisions on their own in real life? That's all I really have to say about the subject. I just want to let you all know that I'm really hoping to get comments on this. I'm hoping to get some debate, and I'm hoping to hear more ideas. I would like to hear what else you would like to... I would like to know if you don't like this. I would like to know if you think I'm wrong. So let me know, and when you do get on here and read this, if you do read this, please post your next idea. Please post and tell me what you think I should talk about next, and I will be happy to review it, and hopefully we can get you on the show. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will talk to you again in the next video. Bye.